Hey YouTube, welcome back to the channel. On today's episode of Garage Noise, I'm going to show you everything you need to know about straightening a dent in your vehicle before you paint. So if you want to increase your knowledge and build your skill, start now by subscribing to the channel and clicking that bell. Okay, so here's a good look at the dent we're going to fix today. It's a crease right on the quarter panel of this van, and first thing we're going to need to do is I'm going to get the grinder out. We're going to remove this paint and get it down to bare metal. Okay, so I got my angle grinder here. I'm using this little roll-lock disc, this abrasive disc. Works pretty well, it's small. Okay, so the next thing you need to do is you want to find the low area, and this is creased right in here. You can kind of see the low area here, but right in the center there is where we want to pull out, and there's a crease right along here. So we'll go along here and pull that dent out while we kind of tap down the highs. I'll show you that. But the tools I'm going to be using today is this stud welder. The way this works is you have the welding machine and you put a stud in it and you weld it on the low spots, and then you have a tool that hooks to it and you can pull out the dent. Okay, there's a few different ways you can do this. The old method was to drill a hole, a small hole where the low spot is, and then use something like this to screw this in. This is a slide hammer to screw this in to the hole and then pull it out. Or if you don't have that and you don't want to buy any stuff, you can drill a hole and then get one of these little hooks. These are inexpensive, and you can put it in the hole and pull out on it like that. It's not the best way to drill holes in your quarter panel. They did it for years before they came out with these different types of welders and dent pullers. But if you don't want to spend the extra money on additional tools, or you can't borrow it from somebody, then this is a good option. So let's go ahead and pull this dent out. Okay, so I found the lowest spot right here, and right here needs to come out. There's a dent right there, and the crease is right here. So I'm going to weld the stud right on that crease. And then it's not going to need to come out too far, so I'm going to be very careful when I pull this out, but I'm going to take this slides into the pin, and I'm going to attach it here. And always have your body hammer ready, because the theory is you want to pull this dent out, and if there's a high area, when you pull this dent out, there's still going to remain a high area around it. So you want to tap that down a little bit in order to get it as flat as possible. So I'm not going to really slide this too much. I'm just going to pull on it and kind of get it to come out. And that's about as far as I want to go. And then I'm just going to take this and tap around where I think the high areas are. Yeah, and that pulled out nicely. So I just need to give it a wiggle and it'll come off. So, if you can see that there, that's how it works. We've pulled out the majority of that dent right there, and I'm just going to continue to do that along here where the low spots are. You'll see me knock down the high areas around that crease. Okay, so let's do that now. Okay, so now we got the dents all pulled out. There's a little one here I'm going to pull out in a minute, but I wanted to talk to you about this. We got it all pulled out, but you want to leave it in just a hair, about 1/8 of an inch, so you can lay a thin coat of body filler on this and block it straight. So the next thing we're going to need to do is check for any high spots. I feel a little high spot here. I'm going to knock that down because I don't want that too far out. That's the worst thing that can happen, because then you put your body filler on and you hit bare metal. So we want to knock that in just a little bit so we can put a thin coat of body filler on here and then block it. I'm going to show you how to do that, so let's do that now. Okay, so I've mixed up a little body filler. That's about all we're going to need for this job. The hardener here, and that's a good ratio. This is probably a little too much hardener. The warmer it is outside, the faster this is going to cure. So you want to be prepared when you start mixing this up and lay it in there to lay it in smooth, and your working time's not going to be as long when it's hot. So just remember that, and you may put a little less hardener in it when it's hot. But I'm going to go ahead and mix this up and lay it in, so let's do that. So when you're mixing this in, I'm just going to show you want to fold it in. You want to try and eliminate putting any air into it. So I always like to fold it in like this. And this is this type of Bondo I'm using is a Rage Ultra, but like I said, all the links to all the products and materials I'll use will be in the description below. So if it's something you're interested in, the tools, you can get that. And this is almost ready here. Okay, so let's lay it in. So you want to just have, I always like to put some on the edge there, and then I just press it in when it builds up. I press a little harder at the beginning, but then after that you want it to be smooth. So you just drag it across there. You want to make sure it's pressed in, but see, it's already starting to harden up. So I want to be quick about it. And get a little bit in that spot right there. Okay, I'm going to block this with this foam block here. So any kind of block that you have will work. This is some 80 grit. So I'm just going to knock down the rough stuff with this and flatten it out a little bit. You want to use a... On this, it's pretty simple because this is a flat area. So I'm just going to block it flat. I'm going to do a cross pattern, see, like this. Crossing my strokes. And I'm not doing up here yet because there's a ridge, a body line here that we want to block up to that. Now I'm blocking down on this edge, so I'm going to bring this body filler right here down to this edge. I'm not going right on it, I'm going with the curvature of this panel.
Block up again.
There's a little low spot here. There was a little dent here, so there's a little low spot here, so we're going to fill that with some poly putty. This is all good. It feels flat. There's a little chip there in the body filler, so we'll put a thin coat over this whole thing because most of it's going to be sanded off anyway. Now, as you can see, we broke through right here because this area right here is a little low. Now, I'm going to block this down, and we're going to see what we have here. So I'm just going to do a cross pattern block with the curvature of this panel, and then we'll put some body filler in there. A lot of body work is feeling it with your hand and feeling where the highs and lows are. You can use a guide coat if you're a novice at feeling for highs and lows, but I can feel this and tell this is a little bit low still, and there's a little ridge here, so I'm just going to tap this ridge down, and then we're going to put a little poly putty, and that's going to take care of that. I also am going to tape off this jam because I don't want any filler getting down into that jam right on that edge. But I'm going to tap this down just a tad. And now we'll be ready for the filler. Okay, so we're going to use some prep solvent to wipe this down. This is the prep solvent I use. Okay, so now I've got some icing mixed up. This is a product called icing right here. It's a poly putty that is basically used for small dents, small scratches, or final finish coats. So we're going to mix this up and then we'll lay this in here. When you're mixing up, you just want to make sure there's no streaks left in it, that it's all one uniform color, and then you should be good. And again, I gotta remember my working time. This stuff's, it's a little warmer out today, so it's not gonna be workable forever. So, but this is gonna be the last coat. So, lay that in there. I'm gonna, yes, and it's starting to harden up, so I'm gonna get some more on here. Get a thin coat over this whole thing. This is just a little bit thinner, it's a little bit smoother, and it's just great for a finish coat. Like I said, most of this is going to get blocked off anyway, but it's going to just fill any other little low spots we have or imperfections. Okay, so that's ready. We're going to let that dry and then we'll sand it out. Okay, so now this is dry. We're going to go ahead and go over it with the 80 grit and knock it down, and then we'll go over it with some 180. Okay, so now that I got it relatively smoothed out, I'm going to go over it, and you can see it here. I'm going to go over it with some 180 to get rid of some of those 80 grit scratches. We may have to fill a little bit in there, but we'll see how it blocks out. So let's do that. I don't want this primer to go inside that door jamb, so I'm going to tape it off there. And I don't want it to get on the tire or anything, so we're going to tape this off so overspray doesn't get everywhere. And for this primer, I'm not going to use a 2K primer. I'm going to use something that you would probably use at home, which is an aerosol can primer. It is better to use a 2K primer, so if that's something you want to do, I'll put links in the description for both of them. A 2K primer, basically it's got a catalyst, the primer and the catalyst. You mix them together and it hardens over the body filler. So it creates a hardened surface so that if there is any scratches in the body filler, they don't bleed through, okay? But if you have it sanded real well with down to 320, and even if you use just a regular lacquer primer that doesn't have a catalyst, you're going to be fine. Especially on a small area like this, a small dent. If you're doing a bigger dent or a bigger area, then you would probably want to invest in using some 2K primer. Okay, so now this is all ready for primer. I've masked it off so we don't get any overspray over any areas that we don't want. I'm not worried about this hard edge. I'm painting this entire quarter panel, so right now I just want to get it a good coat of primer on it. The first coat you want to put on relatively dry. You want to wax and grease remove it, so wipe it down with wax and grease remover, or rubbing alcohol will work as well, and that might be a little bit cheaper. But this is the primer we're going to use here today. It's a high build gray primer. There's a lot of different kind of primers that'll work, but this is an aerosol can that I just got locally. So I'm putting one good coat on. I'll let it flash and then we'll do another coat. So I added 2 more coats of primer to this. So that's 4 coats of primer. That's going to be sufficient enough to create a good base. So when we prep this out, there won't be any scratches that show through the body filler. So as you can see, the dent's gone. It's nice and straight, and it's ready to paint. So if you want to learn how to paint your vehicle, check out this video right here, and I'll show you how to do that. I'll teach you everything you need to know, but I appreciate you watching. If you want to build your skill, increase your knowledge, start now by subscribing to the channel and clicking that bell. We'll see you next time.